today we are going to talk about the protein interactions. In few lectures we had a discussion on proteins. So there are different types of protein structure. Then we have seen about the amino acids we discussed, right? So how these interactions are happen when one protein get interact with another protein, that we'll see under this topic. Okay, so how you can define it, like protein interactions, basically it refers to intentional physical contacts established between two or more proteins as a result of biochemical events and electrostatic forces. Okay, that means when one protein get interact with other, or one protein physically contact with another protein, there are some events can be occur. Okay, so that is the protein interactions. So there are some examples of protein interaction. Like first one is the signal transduction. So in that, the activity of the cell is regulated by a extra cellular signals. Okay, then this is an also example of protein interaction. Then second one is the transport across the membranes. So in this, a protein may be carrying another protein. Okay, then third one is the cell metabolism. Like in many we have seen in a metabolism, so that is also important example of protein interaction. In this type of interaction, many biosynthetic processes, they required enzymes. Okay, means to increase the reaction rate or to carry out that particular reaction, biosynthetic pathways requires enzymes. So these enzymes, they interact with each other, because as we know ki enzymes are protein. So when these enzymes interact with each other, they produces some compounds. Okay, or other macromolecules. So that is a result of protein interaction. Then muscle contraction. So for muscle contraction, we need, means there is a presence of different protein. So in that, myosin filaments, they act as a molecular motors, and by binding to actin, which enables filament sliding. Okay, so we know ki for contraction, muscle contraction, there is actin and myosin protein. So when they interact with each other, there is a reaction or interaction is happened. Okay, so that is the example of protein interaction. Now it has different types, means the protein interaction, it could be homo oligomers, hetero oligomers, then transient, stable, you can say covalent and non covalent. These are the types of protein interaction. Okay, so we'll go one by one. So on the basis of protein composition, or their proteins, how they composed, on the basis of that we divided these protein interaction into two types, homo and hetero. So first we'll see about the homo oligomers. Homo means similar, right? So they are a macromolecular complexes which constituted by only one type of a protein subunit. It contains only one, or we can say a same. Okay, and in case of a hetero, there is a different or two, we can say. So this is an example of homo oligomers complex, like in muscle contraction. So protein subunits assembly is guided by the establishment of non-covalent interactions in the quaternary structure of the protein. Okay, so there are several enzymes, carrier proteins and transcriptional regulatory factors, they carry out their interactions. Okay, so that is the homo oligomers, which is happen when only one type of a protein subunit is present. Then second type on the basis of the composition of protein is the hetero oligomer. So there is, means we can say distinct protein subunits, they interact in a hetero oligomers, which are essential to control several cellular functions. In this diagram you can say there is a hemoglobin. Okay, which contains different protein, different subunit. So it has like you can see in this figure, there are, means it is composed by 4 different subunits. Hemoglobin, that's why it is an example of hetero oligomers. So here you can see there is a protein interaction in between the enzyme and first one, that is cytochrome oxidase, and transient receptor potential cation channels. This is an also example of hetero oligomers, like complexes, and hemoglobin is also important example of hetero oligomers which contains different subunits, not similar or not one. Okay. Then next type of a protein interaction which is on the basis of their bonding, ki how strongly they connect with each other, or the bond which is formed in between these two proteins. On the basis of that, we divide this protein interaction into two types. First one is the covalent, which is a strong association, and non-covalent is the weak, we can say, like not that much strong. So that's why it is a non-covalent. So in case of a covalent interaction, there is a disulfide bonds or electron sharing with each other, and then there is a formation of a covalent bond which is very strong. And in a like example of this covalent type of a interaction is the ubiquitination in methylation reaction also. Okay. Then non-covalent interaction, so establishment of this bond when it forms, like, so during the transient interaction. Transient means what you should know about transient, stable, you can say. So during the transient interaction, or not that much stable, you can say, by the combination of weaker bonds, this type of a interaction can be happen, or this type of a bond is formed. So there are different many bonds which they are not that much strong, so we can say weak interaction in that type of interaction. First, that is a hydrogen bonds. As we know ki hydrogen bonds, they are not that much strong enough like your covalent bond. Okay. Then ionic interaction, when there is a similar charge molecules, there will be no any ionic interaction, so we can say it is a weak interaction. Then van der Waals forces or hydrophobic bonds, these are the examples of non covalent interaction. And these are the types of protein interaction on the basis of their bonding. Then next one, that is on the basis of their duration of interaction. ओके. सो मीन्स किती वेळ जो का त्यांच्यामध्ये बॉन्ड फॉर्म झाला किंवा इंटरॅक्शन होती एकमेकांमध्ये, तो जो काही ड्युरेशन आहे, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दॅट ड्युरेशन दे क्लासिफाईड दिस इंटरॅक्शन इन टू like two different types. First one is a transient, that is not that much stable, and second one is the stable interaction. Okay. So first one, that is a transient interaction. So you can see in the slide ki how it actually like we can say interactions that last a short period of a time, they are not that much stable, or not like duration जो काय असेल ह्या टाईपच्या इंटरॅक्शन्स, इट विल बी लाईक व्हेरी स्मॉल, वी कॅन से शॉर्ट पिरियड ऑफ अ टाइम. For example, GPCR, like your G protein coupled receptor, so they are only transiently bind to a G protein when they are activated by extracellular ligands, and if they get inactivated, they means the interaction will be no longer, right? So that's why it is a transient type of a interaction. And second one, you can see there is a stable interaction. In stable interaction, proteins they interact for a long time, right? So they're taking part of permanent complexes as a subunits, and they carry out functional or structural roles also. And the example of this stable interaction is the cytochrome C, right? So these are the types of protein interaction on the basis of their duration. So here you can see the like this is an example of a stable interaction, that is cytochrome C. So this type of bonds or this type of interactions can be stabilized by few electrostatic interactions which are happen in between long side chains within a small contact surface. Okay. And in contrast, other cytochrome C complexes, numerous water molecules are found in the long inner molecular span between these cytochrome C and CCO complex. So you can see in the diagram how they actually carry out this stable type of interaction. Okay. Then the next point is which is very important, that is two hybrid process, which is testing for a physical interactions which are happen in between two proteins. So if you want to determine protein interaction, you can use these like you can say this method okay. So like as we know ki protein is everywhere, like in our muscle, cell signaling, cellular transport, biochemical pathways. So whatever we discussed about protein protein interaction, they are like main things about the protein protein interaction. So like we have seen about different types of protein protein interaction, which is based on the stability, like duration we can stay stable and transient, then based on the structure like homo and hetero, then based on the chemical bonding like covalent and non-covalent. So this is the part, means there are some methods by which we can identify protein protein interaction. So in vivo, yeast to hybrid system is used to identify protein protein interaction. Okay, so that's why I'm taking this point, that is yeast to hybrid. So this is the method by which you can taste which type of a protein interaction is there. Okay, so this is the method that uses transcriptional activity as a measure of protein protein interaction. Okay, so it relies on the modular nature of many site specific transcriptional activators, which consist of DNA binding domain and transcriptional activation domain. Okay, so first proven using Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is our yeast, as a biological model by Fields and Song. Okay, so in this method, the strategy like yeast to hybrid system, it has a variations which involving different reagents, right? And it has been adapted to high throughout screening. So the strategy interrogates two protein that are called as a bait. You can see in the slide, bait and prey, these two proteins. Bait is the protein which fuse to DNA binding domain, which is referred to as a bait, that is a yeast transcription factor like gal4, and prey is the protein which is fused to AD, that is activation domain. Okay, so these are the two different proteins, they couple to two hulls of transcriptional factors which are expressed in the yeast. So if the protein make contact, they reconstitute a transcription factor. You can see in the diagram, like if they, means this protein make contact with each other, they reconstitute a transcription factor which activates a reporter gene. Reporter gene is the LAGZ reporter and blue and white screening. Okay, so the transcriptional activation domains, they are commonly derived from gal4 protein or viruses. So you can see in the diagram, reported gene and no transcription, and when there is a transcription. So the reporter gene include, like as I told you, E. coli, then LAGZ gene, and selectable yeast genes like your histidine 3 and leucine 2. Okay, so this is the method by which you can easily identify protein protein interaction. Then there is a different, means next method by which you can identify protein protein interaction is the co-immunoprecipitation. So immunoprecipitation means which is related to your immunology. So this is the method, means this is again a method by which you can easily identify which type of interaction is there. So new binding partners, binding affinities, then kinetics, binding, and the function of target protein. So you can see in the figure, this is a principle of co-immunoprecipitation, in which you can see cell lysis by non-ionic detergent. First you have to lyse the cell, then second method, you can see you have to incubate this cell lysate with the antibody, then there is a interaction in between these and remove unbounded proteins जे त्याला बाइंड झाले like antibodies ला, ते काय होणार आहे, they will be stay there, and those who have not binded or unbounded, they will get removed. And lastly you will get, means by another method like Western blot or AMS, you can like find out the specific type of a interaction. Okay, so this is again a method for determination of protein protein interaction. And this protein protein interaction, it has some applications like to identify novel protein protein interaction, then characterize interaction already known to occur like protein domains, condition of interactions, then manipulating protein protein interaction in an attempt to understand its biological relevance is also an important application. And By this interaction we can like we know how mutation affects a protein's interaction with other protein. Okay, so this is all about the protein interaction. I hope you guys understand protein interaction.